Alright, I'm just going to make a quick video about how to install Space Nerds in Space. First go to Google and look up Space Nerds in Space. First link. This is the main web page for Space Nerds in Space. Here you see the source code link. This takes you to the main GitHub page. If you scroll down to the bottom of this page, there's build instructions. There's also build instructions if you're on this page here. Should be the same instructions. I'm going to go with these instructions here. So the first thing you need is hardware and an OS. This is a Linux game, so you need a Linux computer. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to assume you have that. The next step is to install the dependencies. So you need to do these things as root. So first become root, then do these steps. I already have all this stuff installed, so it's not going to be terribly interesting. Sure. And you kind of get the idea. So these next packages are optional. So you don't really need any of these to run the game. So I'm going to skip this part right here. These are if you're alternate versions of text-to-speech stuff, alternate sound playing things. This one is for a mesh viewer program, which is a utility. It's not really part of the game. OpenSCAD, if you want to muck around with some of the 3D models, you can install that. Git, SD-Git. You probably already have Git if you cloned it. Let's see. I'm going to skip this step 2. So now we want to stop being root. I'm going to make a directory here to install in. And I'm going to git clone. Now we want to build it. Well, we have to do that. Then type make, and off it goes. Okay. Now, you can build the OpenSCAD models if you want to, but I would not recommend it because it takes forever and it doesn't do anything that this stuff doesn't do better or faster. And this just downloads a bunch of art assets from my DigitalOcean server, and all the OpenSCAD models already converted to STL files. Mostly it's a bunch of textures for planets. All right, that step's done. And now we can run the game. So there's a script to launch the different parts of the game called SNIS Launcher. And you can see right now no SNIS processes are running. So we need to do steps 1 through 4 to run all of the components on this computer. If you were running multiplayer, you would just need to run step 4 on most of the machines and then the first 3 on one of the machines. We're going to run everything on this machine. So we start the lobby and we see the lobby servers running. Then we start multiverse server. Now auto wrangle, I'm going to just take the default. This will make it start up additional SNIS servers. If your computer's not very powerful, you might want to say no. Let's say no here. This will just start one SNIS server. This means warp gates won't work, but we don't need those anyway. Okay, so there's multiverse servers running. So 3, start SNIS server. We'll just take the default, but you can choose one of these other solar systems to start with if you want. And we run the client. This is the screen you see. Here's my lobby server. Now, if I want to create a new ship the very first time I run it, I'm going to give it a name. And we'll say the password is Ahab. The very first time you run the game and you want to create a ship, you have to click this Create Ship button. Subsequent times, if you want to use the same ship again, you need to make sure this is not clicked. I think by default it will not be. And then if you're running multiplayer, you probably want to turn off main screen on all of your clients except for the one that has the projector. But for us, since I'm just running locally here, everything on this one machine, I'm going to leave all of these clicked. But these are the different roles your different terminals can have or not. So here we see our server. Connect to our server.
Starship has joined. Leaving high security area.
I don't know why the sound is behaving like that. Okay, so this is the main screen. This is navigation, weapons, engineering. I'm just pressing the F keys to switch between these. Comms, main screen, demon screen, and that's basically it. So hopefully this helps. Although I suspect if you run into problems with the build, obviously this video is not going to help because I didn't really run into any problems. Most of the time, the problems that you bump into will be missing dependencies. So if you didn't have some library that you need, so I tried to list all the dependencies. Hopefully I didn't leave any out. The other thing that can happen is, let's say you've installed the game and some time has passed and there are more updates to the game and you want to get those updates, and you do git pull. And And okay, I'm already up to date because obviously I just cloned this. But let's say some more changes got pulled down. When that happens, you want to do make mostly dash clean and then make again. If you just run make without doing make mostly clean, it's quite possible that the make file doesn't have all the dependencies just perfect, and so it may not recompile something that it should have recompiled. So just to be safe, make mostly clean. You can do make clean too, but if you do make clean, then you need to do make update assets again, because make clean will blow away a lot of the assets. That's why I have make mostly clean, so that I don't blow away those assets. And I guess that's about it.